Welcome! Today, we're diving into Microsoft Excel, a powerful tool for organizing, calculating, and visualizing data. Think of Excel as your digital graph paper, perfect for tracking grades, managing budgets, or planning projects. Mastering Excel now gives you a head start in school and your future career. These are skills used by scientists, business owners, and more. Don't worry if it seems complex, we'll break it down step by step so you can confidently use Excel for your own projects. Let's get started. Let's open Excel. On Windows, click the Start button and search for Excel. On Mac, find it in Applications or Launchpad. Once open, select Blank Workbook to start fresh. This new file is called a workbook, like a digital notebook with multiple pages. Each page is a worksheet. At the bottom, you'll see tabs like Sheet 1. You can add more sheets for different subjects or projects. Take a look around. You'll see a grid of boxes, menus at the top, and sheet tabs below. Don't get overwhelmed, we'll focus on the essentials. You're ready to explore your new workspace. When you open Microsoft Excel, you're greeted by a grid. This grid is the heart of Excel, where all your data manipulation and analysis will take place. The main grid in Excel is made up of columns which run vertically. Each column is labeled with a letter starting with A, B, C, and continuing alphabetically. As you move further to the right, the columns are labeled with combinations of letters like AA, AB, and so on. These columns are essential for organizing your data into distinct categories or fields. Next, we have rows which run horizontally across the grid. Rows are numbered sequentially, starting from 1, 2, 3, and increasing as you move down the spreadsheet. Rows are useful for representing individual records or entries in your data. The intersection of a column and a row creates a cell. Cells are the fundamental building blocks of an Excel spreadsheet. They're the individual boxes where columns and rows meet, and where you'll actually input your data. Each cell has a unique address, which is crucial for referencing and manipulating data within your spreadsheet. This address is how Excel knows exactly which cell you're referring to when you create formulas or perform calculations. This unique address is formed by combining its column letter and row number, like A1, which refers to the cell at the intersection of column A and row 1, or D10, the cell at the intersection of column D and row 10. So remember, each cell's address is created by combining its column letter and row number. This system allows you to pinpoint any cell within the vast expanse of an Excel worksheet. To select a cell, simply click on it with your mouse. When a cell is selected, a green border appears around it, indicating that it's the active cell. This visual cue helps you quickly identify which cell you're currently working with. The address of the active cell also appears in the name box, which is located above column A, next to the formula bar. This is a quick way to confirm which cell you have selected. Try clicking around on different cells within the grid. As you select different cells, watch the name box update to reflect the address of the currently selected cell. This is a great way to familiarize yourself with the cell addressing system. Columns are designed to help you organize data vertically, allowing you to group similar pieces of information together. Rows, on the other hand, help you organize data horizontally, creating a structured way to represent records or entries. Cells are the containers where you enter your information. They are the space where you input the raw data that you will later analyze and manipulate. Within a cell, you can enter various types of data, including numbers for calculations, text for labels and descriptions, or even formulas to perform automated calculations. Understanding how to navigate the Excel grid and reference cell addresses is a fundamental skill. Mastering navigation and cell addresses is your first step to Excel confidence and will unlock the power of Excel for data analysis and organization. Now that you have a solid understanding of the basic structure of an Excel spreadsheet, let's move on to the exciting part, entering data. Alright, let's dive in and start adding some data to our spreadsheet. This is where the magic begins, as we transform a blank canvas into a structured and informative table. Get ready to populate those cells with valuable information. First things first, let's label our columns. Click on cell A1, which is located at the very top left of your spreadsheet. Now, type in subject, which will serve as the header for our first column. Once you've typed it in, press enter to confirm your entry and move to the next cell. Now, let's populate the subject column with some actual subjects. We'll start with A2, A3, and A4. In cell A2, type math, representing our first subject. This is where we'll later input the scores for math. Moving on to cell A3, let's add science, another core subject we'll be tracking. Finally, in cell A4, let's input history. With this, we've successfully created a list of subjects in our first column. Now let's move on to the next column. In cell B1, type score. This will be the column where we record the scores for each subject. With our subjects and score headers in place, it's time to input the actual scores. Enter the scores next to each subject in cells B2, B3, and B4. Feel free to use any numbers you like for now. We're just practicing the data entry process. Oops, made a mistake while typing? Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Correcting errors is super easy. Simply click on the cell containing the incorrect information and retype the correct entry. Alternatively, you can double-click the cell to enter edit mode, allowing you to modify just a portion of the existing entry. This is especially useful for longer text strings. For more complex edits, you can also utilize the formula bar located above the grid. Simply click on the cell you want to edit, and the contents will appear in the formula bar, where you can make your changes. Now that you know the basics, take some time to practice entering and editing a few items. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with the process. As you can see, Excel provides a user-friendly environment that makes it incredibly easy to build and adjust tables to suit your specific needs. Feel free to experiment by adding more subjects or scores to your table. The possibilities are endless. Remember, editing in Excel is designed to be quick and efficient. Just click on the cell, type in your changes, and press Enter to confirm. Now that we've mastered the art of data entry and editing, let's move on to something even more exciting. Discovering how Excel can perform calculations for you, saving you time and effort. Excel is a powerful calculator, but it's so much more than that. It's a dynamic tool that can handle complex calculations with ease. We're going to explore some simple formulas that will unlock its potential for basic math. Get ready to see how Excel can transform the way you work with numbers. Let's start with addition. Suppose you want to add your science and history scores together. First, click on cell B6, where you want the total to appear. This is where Excel will display the result of our calculation. Now, to tell Excel we're entering a formula, type an equals sign, equal sign. This is crucial. Excel knows it should calculate something. Then type B3 plus B4, which tells Excel to add the values in cells B3 and B4. Once you've entered the formula, simply press Enter. Excel instantly calculates the sum of the values in B3 and B4 and displays the result in cell B6. It's that simple. The beauty of Excel is its dynamic nature. Change a score and the total updates automatically. This real-time calculation is a huge time saver and reduces the risk of errors. Excel supports all basic arithmetic operations. For subtraction, just use the minus sign. It's the same as you'd write it on paper. When you need to multiply numbers, use the asterisk asterisk. This symbol tells Excel to perform multiplication. And finally, for division, use the / per inch. These simple symbols are the keys to performing calculations in Excel. Now, let's move on to averages. To find the average of your three scores, you could type in cell B7 the following formula, equal sign, B2 plus B3 plus B4 /3. This adds the three scores together and then divides by 3 to get the average. But Excel has a better way. You can also use Excel's built-in functions, which are pre-programmed formulas that perform specific calculations. To use the average function in cell B8, type equal sign average, B2, B4. This tells Excel to calculate the average of the values within the specified range. The colon in the formula means from B2 to B4. That's a range of cells. Excel will include all the values within that range in the average calculation. Excel has many built-in functions, like sum and average, that can simplify complex calculations. These functions make calculations fast and easy, saving you time and effort. They are designed to handle a wide variety of mathematical and statistical operations. Try changing values and watch the results update instantly. This immediate feedback allows you to quickly analyze different scenarios and make informed decisions. Formulas are the heart of Excel's power. They allow you to create dynamic spreadsheets that automatically update as your data changes. Ready to visualize your data? Let's make a chart. Charts are a great way to present your data in a clear and concise manner, making it easier to identify trends and patterns. Let's turn your table into a chart. Select A1 to B4 to highlight your subjects and scores. Click the Insert tab at the top, then choose a column or bar chart from the Charts section. Instantly, Excel creates a chart showing your scores visually. You can move or resize the chart by dragging its edges. Change a score in your table, and the chart updates automatically. Charts help you spot patterns and compare data at a glance. Try different chart types to see what works best for your data. Visuals make your information easier to understand and share. Now let's save your work. Don't forget to save. Click File, then Save As to name your workbook and choose where to store it. After the first save, just click the disk icon or press Ctrl+S, CMD+S on Mac to save changes as you work. Saving often protects your progress from unexpected issues. You've built a table, used formulas, and created a chart. Great job! Want to learn more? Check out free tutorials on Microsoft's site, Khan Academy, or YouTube. Keep practicing and experimenting. Excel has endless possibilities. Data skills are valuable everywhere, so keep exploring. You're now ready to use Excel for school, work, or personal projects.